Hello, welcome back to the workshop. Right, talking about this again. This is the Home Shop Machinist 40-ton Arbor press design. Back talking about the clevis pins, a couple of different reasons. Firstly, thank you very much indeed to James over at Turbo Conquering Mega Eagle. Can't do it the way he does it. Right, put a link to his channel below. Very useful, very interesting YouTube channel. Top chap. What he pointed out was here you have, let me see if I can see a better drawing of it, but you can also in the fireball tool you can see that there's two plates either side of the bar. You can see there, that's the example. And what that leads to basically is that you have the shear is split across 2 points, not one. So therefore, whatever the shear of the pin is, you can get away with double that. That's useful. Then the other thing is discussing in my model engineering club, we were discussing what the force on here is. And a club member, Ian, said, and I very much think he's right, that if you got, say, 5 tons pushing up there and 40 tons pushing up there, you must have 48 tons trying to hold this down here. So that gives us this strain here is going to be the addition of that strain and that strain. So with that said, so that is double there we can get away with, not the numbers I was working on last time. I've had a look and 12.9 bolts provide a good level of shear stress at 108,000 pounds per square inch as opposed to 75,000, which I was going to work on. And I was looking to source some 12, that's if I use 12.9 grade 12.9 bolts, is 108,000. So what I've done is I've got some pricing on those, and I'll have a think about those. But I'm just going to get my calculator out. My calculator is Real Calc on my phone. So I've got pricing for 20 and 22 millimetre. 24 millimetre is twice the price of 22, so I'm not going to go for that. But if I went for a 20 millimetre bolt, so if we did 10 millimetres, we'll convert that to proper measurements. And then we can square that, times it by pi, and then times that by 108,000. We get a breaking strain of 52,600 pounds. Divide that by number of tons in a number of pounds in a ton. We get for a 20 millimetre bolt, we get 23.47 tons. Okay, and if we double that, at 40, just under 47 tons. Now if I then went up to 22 millimetres, did that wrong? We square that, times that by pi, get that, times that by 108, it's 63.5 tons, or 1,000 pounds. Comes out as 28 tons. So let me just do that again. So we've got 11 divided by 25.4 square times by pi times by 108, 123, and divide by 2240, 28 tons. And that gives us, now, we're not getting the safety factor at 40 tons I would like with that. That will do us okay, that will do us more than okay for a 24 ton press. I think that would just about do for a 40 ton press. So I think I'm going to have a think about which way I want to go on this. So the big problem is I've also got to drill quite a lot of holes, and the bigger the hole, the more effort it's going to be to drill. And I will make that the same size. I'll put a picture up of the Fireball Tool one, because the Fireball Tool one, this one here is called out to be 3/4 of an inch. That's 5/8. Not adequate at all for a 40 ton press. But what the Fireball Tool one does is those two are the same size, and that means that you can take that off, turn it round, have that hanging off this way instead, and that then makes it a hand operated arbor press. And that is a very useful additional functionality, because if you're doing something that doesn't require tons and tons and tons of pressure, you can still get a couple of tons force on that. You can just go crank it through. So that's what I think I'm going to do. I just have to decide whether I'm going to go for the 20 or the 22mm bolt. You can see the braking strain between the two. Difference is massive, just for a relatively small increase in diameter. 2mm, massive difference. Anyway, so comments, particularly helpful ones, welcome. Please like the video, by the way, and thank you for watching. Please like, please share, please subscribe. Comments welcome, thoughts welcome. Yes, and have a good rest of your day.